following Clayton to get to a spot where the bears died.
Most people never see it. Wildlife regularly hit by trains on BC tracks. Finding out the exact number of collisions is no easy task.
I think the bear was on one end of the bridge and then probably got pushed onto the bridge and then sort of panicked with her cubs and then got struck right on the bridge.
So it's down here at Clayton, that way you found them?
Yeah, so this is where the 3 cubs were found. They were kind of scattered out under the bridge here, and then Mom actually, I think she probably ended up on the front of the train and ended up down on the next corner there. Yeah, all 4 grizzly bears are kind of within a couple hundred meters here.
Wildlife scientist Clayton Lamb has collared over 100 grizzly bears here in the Elk Valley in southeastern BC.
Yeah, so both of these collars were actually on grizzly bears that were killed on the railway. You know, pretty severe collisions that happened with these grizzly bears in the train.
A disproportionate amount of grizzlies were dying in the area, and he wanted to know why, to learn how to help.
One thing that we know is that about half of their mortalities are due to road and rail collisions.
Lamb says that stat is significant, and he's not alone. For years, retired locomotive engineer Jim Atkinson and his wife Judy have been trying to sound the alarm, collecting hundreds of pages of documents and taking their own photos as evidence.
There's a problem out there. There's a problem on our railways. And people have to know that this is happening.
Journalists at the Narwhal filed Freedom of Information requests to the BC government and shared the responses with CBC News. Data shows that CN reported at least 340 wildlife collision incidents between 2020 and 2023. CPKC's data is less detailed. It shows at least 182 animals were hit on the company's tracks in the Kootenays between 2022 and 2023.
It just feels like an unacceptable number.
Lamb says often animals are on the tracks because they are the easiest path to use through thick bush, or they come to eat the grain that is leaked from passing rail cars.
There's kind of this unfortunate cycle where something like an elk or a deer will get hit, and then a predator will come and predate on that kill, and then the predator will get a hit.
Lamb says animals most often bolt straight down the tracks to escape a train, thinking they can outrun it.
The number 1 contributor to mortality for wildlife on the rail is train speed.
Colleen St. Clair says trains could slow down through areas where animals are hit the most.
That would be a manageable expense relative to, say, erecting fencing and crossing structures.
St. Clair also worked on a pilot project in Banff with this warning device. It found that large animals left the tracks 6 seconds earlier.
That 6 seconds could easily make the difference between being struck by a train or not.
After the pilot project, the device stopped being used. Neither CN nor CPKC explained why. St. Clair believes it doesn't work with the company's bottom lines. The railway companies did not answer a number of CBC News' questions. In a statement, CPKC told CBC it prioritizes practical mitigation strategies. CN told CBC in a statement that the company is actively evaluating a range of detection, monitoring, and mitigation technologies.
Yeah, these are all grizzly bears.
At the foot of the mountains, Lamb keeps an eye on his bears.
It's not about trying to end railways or, get rid of trains. It's about how do we live sort of in harmony with this place where we can still transport goods and not run over animals in these pretty iconic biodiverse places.
He keeps researching with the hope that his work will make people in power pay attention and get the problem on track.